Rudy here for episode 2 in our series of 10 videos about the Fitgevity lifestyle. Episode 2 I call The Pleasure of Movement. When I think about movement, the first thing I think is that really everything in life, all life is really movement. The smallest things we know are moving. Here's some illustrations of some microbes, some small tiny animals or bacteria. Here's actually a picture of a virus. It looks scary even when it's small. You know, the largest things in the universe are moving too. Planets, we know they're all moving. Picture from the Hubble telescope shows us that even entire galaxies are moving around. Here's an illustration of that. You know, when you think about humans as a group, they're always moving around too, aren't they? Here's a picture of a street scene in Europe, and then here's a kind of interesting picture of a concert at night. Here's a street scene in Asia, a lot of people moving around in Asia. So if you think about the human body as an individual, it's certainly made to move, isn't it? Here's an artistic illustration of that. Here's an example of a person walking, showing the skeleton and some of the muscles that make that act happen. And here's some people doing some work for computer-generated animation. So remember when moving around was our best friend? Thinking about that idea, I asked my granddaughter well, I had the camera and I just said, would you run? And she said, sure. And yeah, this is her running around. You can see that it's not like exercise to her. You can tell that she's just having a good time. Remember when you felt like that? Remember when moving around was just like a really good old friend? But the thing is sometimes friends can just slip away. Has that happened to us? Maybe we had friends that were something like this, as interesting hairstyles. Remember this guy? And, I don't know, but I think my friends, some of them might have dressed like that. Here's another guy that was around not that long ago. Newton's law says that bodies in motion tend to stay in motion, bodies at rest tend to stay at rest. And, that's true for planets. And I'm afraid it's also true for people. But that's over for us, right? Enough sitting around and rusting away. It's all over, Johnny. It's time for us to sort of resurrect ourselves, to start our life again. It's going to be kind of rough and a little bit tough to get ourselves going again. We've been sitting around, some of us, for a long time. But the important thing is not to look at it as a burden, but to look at it as an old friend. You remember this 57 Chevy. Probably remember this poodle dress too. I remember that. Fitgevity lifestyle can help you with that problem. We can't force you to move. Really, all we can do is lend you a helping hand, give you some direction. And isn't that what everybody is really looking for? A helping hand. This is Rudy for Fitgevity Lifestyle. Thanks for listening. I know you could spend your 3 minutes somewhere else.